So one thing they don't tell you about Boquete, something I've never heard before, is the wind. The wind here is non-stop, and believe it or not, I think it gets worse at night. It just, like, you can hear it blowing through this place. It's amazingly loud. I did put the drone up to get some shots. Almost didn't get it back. It was reading max motor speed achieved, which that means it was the max motor speed, because I put it in sport mode and it didn't change. Sport mode's usually a lot faster than normal mode, and yeah, the drone was struggling to get back in the wind. That was a pretty dumb move on my half. But I'll go ahead and show you the drone footage, and I'll show you how we normally start our day here in Boquete, Panama. So the hotel here provides an excellent breakfast, so we start our day off here getting breakfast. We start out with a fruit platter, very fresh, very delicious fruit, and they put fruit out here for the birds, and the birds come. There's hummingbirds, there's other really pretty other wildlife that come, so you sit here, eat breakfast, and you get to watch the wildlife. And then I'll check back in when we get the next course of our meal. Every day is a little bit different. One morning I had a really nice banana pancake. Today it's some type of corn, egg, sausage. Of course they provide coffee, and then they make their own juice here, which is like papaya, banana, mango, pineapple, all mixed together. This is fresh juice from local plants. Really, really good stuff right there. No sugar, this is pure stuff. So yeah, so every day the breakfast is a little bit different. Oh yeah, yesterday we had omelets. The banana pancakes were really good. And, yeah, so every day's a little. This is how we start our day here in Boquete.
Want me to stay with you?
All right, so this has been like our go-to place to go eat. Fairly, I mean, it's not cheap, but it's fairly good price. And you gotta check your temperature when you come in here. Check this out. They do take the COVID serious. So here's your meal.
Everyday rice.
Yeah.
Even they have mashed potatoes on the picture.
$10.75. We got a burger, fries, piece of fish, some type of salad, a cup of soup, and 2 empanadas, which is like a flour tortilla with a like beef and potato in there. $10.75. All that. Not too bad. It's not like the cheapest meal, but I mean, hell, for $10, I mean, you go to McDonald's for $10, you get 1 meal. So, all right, bon appetit. So we just went to a local bakery and got all this pastry here for $2.94. So some prices around here are extremely cheap, extremely reasonable, very good prices. Then we went to a supermarket. Prices not so good, not as advertised as everybody says that prices or the cost of living here would be very cheap. We saw a thing of Tide that was what, $12, $17 for the Tide detergent?
It was 20.
Oh, $24, yeah, for a little box of Tide.
No, the whole thing, the regular big ones?
Yeah. Well, I'll post some pictures. I'm going to start posting the pictures. Again, this is the 3rd supermarket that we went to that we found spoiled fruit for sale. One supermarket, the meat did not appear to be very cold in the case. Put our hand on the glass and it wasn't cold at all, and it didn't look very appetizing. Didn't look like it was kept very cold. I saw a pancake mix. It was small box. It was like $5. It was about $7 for a little thing of syrup.
Was Bob red milk?
No. So you don't even know what you're talking. You're jumping in here. It was Aunt Jemima pancake mix and pancake syrup. Yeah, Bob's Red Mill bread mix that I can get on Amazon for, I don't know, $2.50 I think for a bag. Was like $7 here.
Well, everything that is American is very expensive. Everything that's made in Panama.
Yeah, but some things you can't get that's like Panamanian oil.
It's very expensive.
Not everything's Panamanian made.
Butter, $5.50.
Yeah, 4 sticks of butter, $5.50 for 4 sticks of butter. Just your normal little cardboard box with 4 sticks of butter.
Panamanian. Looks like they don't like cream here. The cream is only president, little tiny thing.
I forget, what did we pay for the little bag of coffee?
$3 something.
So for like $4 for coffee. Coffee's not that bad because they make a lot of it here, but so yeah, groceries so far from here, at least in the town of Boquete, is not that great. We might swing over to the larger town of David tomorrow and check out some groceries, but just letting you know what we find out here. All right, we're gonna eat our pastries and go to bed. We got another excursion tomorrow. All right, last morning here in Panama. We have to travel an hour away here to the town of David just to get a COVID test so we can travel home. It's one of those things. I guess it's a good thing, but it's costly to keep doing this. All right, let's hit the road, get another COVID test.
Thank you. Gracias.
That was horrible. That was way deep. She like freaking hit my skull.
I'm crying. That was horrible. And I work in the medical field. Holy shit.
Yeah. That was definitely the deepest test ever.
Holy crap.
She like freaking went up into my brain. Wow. All right, so we gotta wait an hour. We'll go get our car and find something to do.
Yes, they
sadly, it's our last day here in the country of Panama. We're leaving the hotel before they serve breakfast, but they do offer you a breakfast to go. So they give you 2 bananas, which I already ate mine. I already drank my juice. My granola bar I already packed in my suitcase, and you get 2 muffins, so not a bad deal. Let's listen to this beauty one more time. Look at this. Cool. There we go. Wake up every morning to all these birds chirping. So, yeah, we gotta go load the car. We gotta get to the airport, and I'll tell you my feelings of Panama. When we get home, we can sit down and relax a little bit more. We got a long day. 2 flights. No, 3 flights. We have to leave Boquete. We're landing in Panama City on the regional or local Copa Airlines, and then we're taking regular American Airlines from Panama City. We gotta land in Miami, then Miami to home. Oh, it's gonna be a long day. So, it's April 2021, and it's been a little bit more than a year now since the coronavirus has just brought the entire world to its knees. It's just changed life as we know it. Never in a million years did I think that planes would be grounded, borders would be closed, and that wearing a mask would be the new norm. But here we are dealing with it, and hopefully with these vaccines rolling out, life can kind of get back to normal here by the year's end. But that being said, it was so nice to dust off the passports, get on an airplane, and travel. For both of us, this was our first time traveling overseas since the pandemic started. This was my wife's first time since the pandemic started even being on a plane. And, it sucks wearing a mask, especially for like long time. On our way back, we were at the airport about 7 in the morning. We didn't get back home till about 11 o'clock at night, and that's a really long time to wear a mask. Also, we had a few excursions there in Panama that were outside, were physically strenuous, and wearing that mask really sucked, but I don't regret it one bit. It's what you have to do to travel these days, so it is what it is. So just dealing with that and, get on with life. So it was really nice to have that little bit of normalcy, to go out, travel, take in a new country, meet new people, and experience new cultures and that. It was really, really nice to be able to go ahead and do that and share those adventures with you. If you missed anything, any of our adventures, the zip line, the horseback riding, all that stuff is in a playlist down below, made it convenient for you. Just go to the Panama playlist. Everything from this country is there. So, that being said, what did I think of Panama? Absolutely great, fantastic. I had a great time. Definitely going to go back for more. The 1 week we were there wasn't enough to take in even a small part of the country. I was a little upset the Panama Canal was closed, but it is what it is when you travel. These things happen. Like when we went to Russia, it was the wrong time of year. All the beautiful fountains that we wanted to see were closed. It's too cold to run them in the wintertime, so we'll be back in Russia as well, take in more of that beautiful country. But yeah, so the canal was closed. Being a car guy, being very mechanical, I really wanted to see those big doors open and close, and that thing fill it full of water, and actually like lift a huge ship, and watch the trains move it. I really wanted to see that, but the Miraflores visitor center was closed, so they didn't get to do that. So anyhow, yeah, Panama, great country. I mean, you have everything from the modern high-rises of Panama City to the jungles and beautiful mountains of the other areas. There's a lot of stuff to see. It's a very easy country to go visit. A lot of people speak English. It makes it very easy. The currency is the US dollar. Can't get any easier than that. They do have a coin, the Balboa. So if you're getting $3 back, you'll probably get 3 coins, 3 $1 coins. I know here in the US we've
just rejected $1 coins for some reason. But when you're there, if you get a coin back for $1, don't be surprised. That's just the way it is. That's their currency. But for the most part, you can use a $1 bill. You can use American currency. That's the normal. So that makes life easy. I said before, Panama City using Uber, too easy. The GPS on your phone knows where you're at. You tell them where to go. You don't even have to speak Spanish, and you're off. The price is set. There's no negotiation about it. If you want to leave a tip, you can. Uber's too easy. I highly recommend staying away from cabs. Cabs don't seem to be run by, the cab itself. I don't think it's owned by a company. I think each individual owns their cab, kind of like Uber. And they're in a myriad of shapes. Some a lot worse off than others. So I would stay away from cabs, especially the last thing you want to do is be in a foreign country and have the police called on you because you and the taxi driver are getting into an argument over the price that you supposedly agreed on, which I hear is a problem. I don't know. I didn't use the cabs, but I would stay away from that. Now, I did run into one issue renting a car. I didn't think I'd have this problem with Hertz. I'm a gold member of Hertz, and I'm very disappointed and upset with Hertz. I made the reservation. I had a price. I said, pay this at the counter. And it more than doubled when we got there because they said that we needed some type of mandatory either liability or personal injury protection thing. So the price more than doubled. And Hertz is going to get their own video based on that because that's just not right to me. Pay at the counter is what you pay at the counter. Tax tag title out the door. So just be aware. If you have a reservation, expect the prices to change. Or if you're going to make a reservation, clarify what is the actual cost. Because for it to double, to go from $150 to $320, wasn't expected. So that really sucked. And like I said, I didn't expect that out of Hertz. I would expect it out of some maybe local rental company or whatever like that. So be prepared for that mess. But I would definitely, I didn't regret getting the car. I just didn't like not knowing this beforehand, like I said, because we landed in the town of David. Boquete was an hour away, and then we did a lot of traveling. We used the heck out of that car, so we definitely got our money's worth. I just wish I knew about the price beforehand. I mentioned before in my first video, when we landed at the airport, we got a SIM card for the cell phone. Worked out great. We had great coverage anywhere in the country that we were, although we were only in the two places. The only place I didn't have coverage was when we were doing the wildlife tour. We were way up in the mountains, but for everything else, we used it between towns. I used Google Maps to get me to drive. We used the internet, so the cell coverage was fast. It was good. Internet there was good. Roads were in good shape. At no point in time did we ever feel like we were in any kind of jeopardy. Felt safe anywhere, even Panama City. We walked around at night. We were between buildings. It's like a city, so there are blocks. And I'm holding this big Samsung Note 9, kind of a pricey phone. It's not small, it's lit up, and we're using this to navigate, to walk in between the cities, or between the blocks, to find something to eat. Food was pretty much reasonably priced. We stopped at one chain restaurant, like a buffet type thing, not buffet, cafeteria style. So they had all the food out there, and you just selected it. It was about $5 a plate. We ate that first place. It was a little bit more pricey, but for the most part, you can eat relatively inexpensively there, like we showed before. So I had one of my really good long-term subscribers, Sankey, asking about the prices, and I told him, in the future, something maybe we should bring up and talk about. It's a good point. Appreciate that. So we'll talk a little bit about the prices here in a second, but overall, Panama, enjoyed it. Great country. Had a blast doing stuff. Really loved the zip line. That was a definite bucket list thing for me. Absolutely loved it. So that being said, we'll go on to some of the excursions that we had. So the coffee tour, $30 a person. I think that was pretty reasonable, especially the geisha coffee. They sell it in town for like $9 a cup, and we had two different types of geisha. So that was pretty good. The wildlife tour, $45 a person. Now, I don't blame Felix for this. He just works for the company, but I think $45 was a bit high for what we got for that. They did pick us up and take us there, but so did the coffee tour. So I think maybe 30 would probably be a better price, but that's the price we agreed to pay, and that's what we paid. Um, Horseback riding, again, $45 a person, same company with the wildlife tour. That I think was probably a little bit more worth it because you have horses, you have feed, you have care, maintenance of the horses, and that was pretty good. Something of, I can't say I was really ever like a bucket list thing for me, but the wife wanted to do it. And I'm like, yeah, cool. I'll be interested to see what's like on a horse. Found out it's really not my thing. I don't enjoy riding on a horse. Motorcycle, yes. Cars, yeah. Horses, nah, not my thing. But it was fun. It was unique. It was a good experience. Glad I did it. It's one of those life things. This is why we travel, to do these things. Okay, so zip line, again, had a blast. If I didn't mention horseback riding, yeah, I think I did $45. So the zip line is a little bit more pricey. It's $65 a person. But there was a lot more people involved. There was a person at each and every station. There's probably a lot of maintenance with the cables and stuff like that to keep you safe. So had a blast. I think that was worth the $65. They picked us up and took us there as well. And then the Hanging Bridges tour was the same location. It was $30 a person. And that was kind of like a wildlife tour too. So that's what we spent on excursions. The time we were there, we spent about $500. We spent 7 days in Panama. We spent about $500 on food. So not too bad. We only had breakfast provided at the hotel, and that was for the 5 days. So the 2 days we were in the city, we had to pay for breakfast as well. The hotel in Panama City cost us $170, so that's what, $85, $861. Yeah, a night, which really not bad for a major city to be up in a big high-rise thing. That was a big room. In Boquete, the Boquete Garden Inn cost us $700 for 5 nights. The prices fluctuated every day, so over the weekend the prices were higher, and I think it was even higher because the weekend we were there, Boquete was just booming. It was packed. It was a holiday weekend for the country, so the price probably be a little bit less if you go outside of that. Airfare, we spent about $450. We did upgrade to premium economy for our flight from Miami to Panama because that was a longer flight, and I'm a taller guy. I'm 6'1". The extra leg room is appreciated for me. I really don't like being crammed in there. Now, this was my first time ever flying Copa, so we used Copa Airlines to go from Panama City to David and back, and that was about $110 a person round trip. Not bad at all. Actually, legroom was very generous in there. Didn't need to upgrade. We just took standard seats on that one. So that was very nice flight. Fairly modern 737s. Airplanes look great. They didn't look like they were in disrepair. So, and Copa Airlines is part of the Star Alliance, which I think is part of like maybe Delta, something like that. So if you're into points and awards like that, so Copa Airlines pretty good. So all in all, man, great time. Beautiful country. Had a really good time. Hopefully you enjoyed watching and seeing everything. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Be more than happy to answer them. Also join us on Facebook and Instagram too. All the links are in the description down below, where you can also find some cool discount codes for a lot of merchandise. We got things like this. Check this sign out, man. I have to get up for this. I have to share this with you, man. This is my channel, man. Look at this. I save you some money on these things. You can custom make them any way you want. They even have some ones that are pre-made. And you can just add a name or anything like that, or you can send them a picture like I sent them my logo. I also have my Ultimate W logo in the garage. These things run 24 hours a day, and you can save, what, 20% I think, or 10%? Links down below. Also, if you shop Amazon, I appreciate you using it. Don't let Bezos get all the money. It adds nothing to your cost, and when you buy something, I get a little commission for directing you, and it helps pay for these trips and all the stuff that we share for you. So, alright guys, we're back on track. The channel's restored if you miss it. Channel got deleted, but in January of 2021 and now April 2021, we got it back after 4 months. YouTube got this thing restored, so this is good stuff. We're going to be traveling full time here, hopefully within the next year. We have some camping trips coming up for the rest of 2021. So we're going to be taking the RV out on the road, checking out some nice scenery. So hopefully you find this stuff interesting and you like it, and you go ahead and get you to subscribe to all that. We plan on traveling the world. 50 countries is the goal. 55 0 or 5 whatever. 50 countries, all 48 of the continental United States, Canada, Alaska, Hawaii, and the 5 U.S. territories. We plan on seeing it all and bringing that to you. So I hope you enjoy that type of stuff, and we'll get you subscribed, and we'll see you for more. Like, share, comments, appreciate it, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.